Hi, friends. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Friday. How's everybody doing today? I hope everyone is well. Oh no. Sorry, I thought I was more prepared than I am. Maybe you got hi, Miss Lori. How are you? Okay. Hi, Miss Tracy. How are you, my sweet friend? Welcome in, everybody. Hi, Miss Cheryl. There's my Camille girl. How are you, my sweet sister? How are you, Miss Lori? I think we are going to put this together first. Hey, Miss Kim, Craft Craze Company, Miss Anita, Miss Mary, Miss Sandy. Hi, Miss Maria. How are you? How is everybody tonight? Thank y'all for being here. I know this is not my normal time. I'm usually on in the morning or the afternoon. Ooh, y'all, it has been a Friday. I tell you, it's been a Friday. I think everybody's been having a Friday though. Friday, they're supposed to be great days, and it hasn't been a bad day. It's just been like one of those really hectic days. I miss Linda, Miss Cindy. But man, have y'all been able to watch everybody today? Haven't been able to watch everyone, but I've caught a good bit. And oh my goodness, that I'm not surprised. I mean, every Friday that I am on, I say the same thing. Amazing stuff. So I've been kind of scrambling today to get this craft together because I had something else planned. But um, Laugh Love Craft, she did something very, very similar to what I was going to do. And mine was different, but so very similar. I was not using the paper and the vellum and stuff she was using. I was going to use dried flowers. Hi, Miss Gail. Oh, Miss Maria. Hopefully y'all like it. Hi, Miss Criselda, Miss Mary. Hi, Miss Mary with Ocean Breeze and me. So anyway, it was very similar, and I probably still, could have done it and it would have been just fine. But I had this other project in the back of my mind and really wanted to do it. You like my measuring? There, there. Okay. They don't have to be perfect. We don't care about perfection around here. So what I have is I just have, and these are fence slats that I cut up, and I cut them up into, what are they? Using a measuring tape would be better. So this one is about 1.5 inches. This one's about 2 inches. So I have four 2-inch slats by 14. I have four 2-inch slat. They're 2 by 14. And then I have two 8 by 1.5. And what we're making is we're gonna make like a primitive-ish little shutter is what we're doing. And I am going to secure these on here, but I really should glue them. before I use my pin nailer. So what I've done with these is I have just stained them with Coffee Bean by Dixie Belle. I want to try and get them, yeah, about an inch and a half is good. And it doesn't have to be, sorry, I got to stand up for just a second. It doesn't have to be, perfect. It's not like anybody's going to be tugging on them or whatever. So I want them to be very similar if I can. So it needs to go about there. And I think that'll work. I just want to make sure they're straight. So we're making them kind of like a vintagey looking wood shutter. And I'm sure y'all have probably seen these before. These pin nails are going to be way too long. Y'all, I've had all day long to prepare, but with me changing my mind, you know how that goes. Hi, Splash of Paint by Deborah. How are you, Miss Deborah? There's Cindy's Creations. How are you? Oh, well, thank you. My hair is so shiny. Thank you. Um, that's too short. That one'll work. I just washed my hair yesterday, so maybe that's why it's all shiny. I only wash my hair. I don't wash my hair every day. I wash it mm, probably, well, it varies. Sometimes it's like every 2, 3 days, and other times it's 5 days. It just depends on what I'm doing. Because I used to wash my hair every day, and you absolutely never would have caught me not washing my hair every day. But they say it's so much better to not wash your hair every day. And since I've been doing all the stuff that they say is good for your hair, my hair has grown so much and has been so much healthier. Okay, this, I think we're gonna wait to put that on. We're gonna get this painted and we're just gonna do black. I want this, and it's gonna be distressed. And we are going to use, let me get rid of this. So this is what we have. And this is gonna go on here, and we have some fun stuff to do to it. Um, what was I just saying? We're using this. Hi, Miss Kelly. How are you? Oh my goodness, Miss Kimmery. The pin nailer, game changer. And it's a newer tool for me, but it's an absolute game changer. I love it. I use it on everything now. So we are going to use Paint Pixie Licorice because this isn't like a stark black, and I don't want this to be, like dark, dark black. This black is kind of like has a gray undertone to it, and I love it for um, the primitive vintage style crafts. I love, love, love it. So coffee bean, I stain my wood with. I don't know why I do it, but to me, it just seems like when I stain my wood or put down a base coat, it just turns out so much better. It's almost like, you're doing like a priming coat to it. Well, this wood is really, really soft. Really, really soft wood. And I probably Shouldn't be doing this with my glass top. Well, I'm not going to fool with that. I'm just going to be more careful. I think I just got paint in the tip of it and it didn't like that, so I'll have to clean it. Anyway, I find that when I stain my wood beforehand, it just looks better when I distress it. I don't know. Could just be me, but it's just such a habit. I don't do it to everything, just depends on, what look I'm going for. But when I'm going to heavily distress, I definitely like to make sure I put a very dark brown underneath. And Coffee Bean by Dixie Belle is one of my very, very favorites to use as a stain. But you can use literally anything you want, and you don't have to do it at all. So has anybody got any fun plans for the weekend? Oh, Miss Kelly, you have a headache. I'm sorry. Kimmery, no, I got this at Home Depot, I believe. My hubby got it for me. I'm pretty sure. No, yeah, it was Home Depot. It absolutely was Home Depot. And I think they should be coming up on their Ryobi sales soon. I know they have it at least once a year, maybe twice a year. I think it's more than once a year though. And it's not, I mean, it was, it was over $100. So, but it's so worth it. The most expensive part is the battery. So anytime I'm going to buy a tool from Ryobi that requires a battery, I always look for some type of a sale on the battery or the tool itself. So I don't know, but they're worth it. They're really good. But I heard someone say yesterday that you have to really be careful when you plug your batteries into charge. You've really got to watch them to not leave them on there much longer after they've charged because, gosh dang it. Said I was going to be careful, and here I am tearing it apart again. Once that glue holds, it'll be fine. I probably should have used the longer nails on it. Anyway, someone had said yesterday to really watch, once the batteries are charged, to take them off the charger because people have been having issues with them blowing up or catching on fire or something. I don't know. I haven't had any issues with mine, and I always just leave mine plugged in. But since I heard that, I've been more careful about taking them out when they're charged. But it's so easy to forget about it. Hi, Miss Roseanne. How are you? It's so easy to forget about it because once I'm done in my craft room, I unplug all my tools and charge my batteries and, don't think about it until I come back in here, which I'm in here all the time anyway. So, um, I know I mentioned the other day that I am doing YouTube. It's taken me a little bit to get started. Like I have a YouTube page and I've had one, but there's nothing on there yet because I've been, contemplating um if I wanted to put, some of my old Facebook videos on there or if I just wanted to make new ones. So I'm going to do a combination of both. I don't know how many of my old ones I'm going to use. Um, but ones I make from, now on, I will be putting on there. And I'm also going to make some videos that are just exclusive for YouTube. And I will obviously take pictures and advertise over here. So if any of y'all like YouTube and want to go follow me over there, I will be making a post with my link because apparently there are several pink llamas on there. My sweet friend Camille, she looked and found that there were several on there. Hi, Miss Brenda with Totally Together Crafting. How are you? Oh, Vermar Designs, be safe, please. The weather has just been so crazy this spring. I've noticed a lot of my crafty sisters have had some nasty weather today. We were supposed to, I mean, I didn't know it was going to rain or anything, but my sweet mother-in-law had called me this morning and she was telling me that she kept getting alerts about storms, but nothing, I haven't seen anything today. And I hope you don't. But those of you that are in the path of all these nasty storms, please be careful. Listen to those warnings. I'm gonna have to do something about this. All right. We gotta we gotta do some doctoring here because this is not working for me. If I do that one, okay, that one will be good. I take this out. Sorry, y'all. Don't use your pin nailer on wet paint. Let's put a little bit longer. I always take, anytime I'm messing with this, I always take my battery out because I don't want to chance it accidentally going off. And if you have a glass top on your desk, you want to make sure you put some kind of barrier between your glass and what you're nailing to. There we go. And these nails are so tiny, like I won't even have to go back and paint over them. Okay, that side got a little smidge off. Because you can hardly even see them. I'll hold this up in just a second and show you. Did I really need to do all that? No, but it's fun. Oh, it didn't go in all the way. Y'all, I'm just a mess. That rarely ever happens that they don't go down all the way. And it's not a big deal. I just don't want to catch my finger on it. Okay, let's get this painted up real quick. Which side? Let's do this side. This is just Dixie Belle Licorice. You can use any black you want, but you see how this is drying and it's kind of like got a gray undertone and it's not like stark black. I really like that. So this one I will need to paint top and bottom. All of my baby chicks are gone now. So I didn't know, I think I told y'all that the lady that had taken, because I had two roosters, and then I had the teenager, the baby that our chickens had in the winter time. It was like December when they had that baby. A local lady to me. She took one of my roosters and then the teenager. And that's when the babies were just like itty bitty, barely born, barely hatched. I guess they weren't born, they were hatched. Um, she had told me, hey, if you want to, rehome any of those babies, keep me in mind. Well, right as I was getting ready to rehome them, she had messaged me and she took four of the five. I wanted to keep just one. Well, the other chickens, after the four babies left, the other chickens just were not being that friendly, and the baby was kind of lonely. So she came and picked him up today. It was for the baby's best interest. I didn't want to, but I mean, I have silkies and they go broody all the time. I mean, this is twice now in 6 months they've gone broody. So we'll have more babies. I'm definitely not going to let them hatch out five babies again. That was a lot. That stressed me out. And I'll never let them hatch out in the winter again either. That was super stressful. Spring and summer is the only time I will let them hatch any babies. But it's so fun having the babies. So fun. Okay, set that aside to dry. Now, let's get this on. Let me dry this real quick. Oh, good, Miss Rovan. I'm glad you're doing good. Hi, Elizabeth. Cottage Caboodle, how are you? Thank you. Hello, Griselda. Oh no, Miss Kelly, stay safe. Y'all. Oh, I just saw your message, Miss Camille. I'm sorry. I thought I had told you. Okay, how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna glue it, and then I'm gonna try hard and see if I can put a few pin nails through it. You think I can do it? You're gonna start potty training the kittens, Miss Camille? I don't mind that you sent that message. I don't mind at all. All right. I'm eyeballing it. I need a battery. Y'all, I'm a mess. I'm a mess. I know there's an easier way to do this, but did it work? Oh, look at that. Now where did it go in? Right there. Look at that. So that's not going anywhere. I think I might put one right here. And one right here. Okay. This is what we've got. Is it perfectly straight? No. But is it going to work? It absolutely is going to work. So next here, and I'm going to start sanding in a second, but I have this star that's going to go on here. And this is a hand cut barn star that I made, but I don't know what color to do it. Should I do it like hi mom? Should I do it like a stark black color? Should I do it like a navy blue? Or should I do it the same black and just distress it? So while y'all are thinking on that and telling me what you think, I am going to start stressing this just a little bit. And I'm not going to like do a lot of heavy distressing on the live. Y'all know how to distress. That's nothing new. But I want y'all to kind of, be able to see the overall look that I'm going for. But right now, the question is, what color should we do the star? Now, I don't want the star to, I want this to look more primitive. So I don't want it to, we could even rest it if we wanted to. Um, so I don't want it to stand out too crazy, but I want you to be able to, see it there. I think if we did it black and I just distressed it, you would obviously be able to tell it was there. And I am going to distress the grooves of the wood. Let me show you just a second here. So I am going to distress these cracks right here because I really want them to stand out. And I'm not going to sit here and distress everything like I just said. And I'm using a little bit heavier grit sandpaper just because I have so many layers of paint on here. I kind of did go a little thick with my black paint, and it's good paint too. So yeah, just a little bit more sanding, and then we're going to move on. What do y'all tell me about the star? Leave it stained. Okay. Flat, flat. Okay. So besides just a little bit more distressing, which I'm not going to do. I just wanted to, like, get the edges and stuff. I am going to do some overall distressing on it as well. And we'll see where we get with that. Oh, that paint didn't get on my floor. Thank goodness. All right, let's get this painted. What time did I come on? 6:45. So I have till 7:30. Oh, we're doing good. We're doing good. The lady that came and picked, or that has, all my babies, she and has my rooster, one of my roosters, told me today that her rooster has started to become a little aggressive. Well, my rooster has become aggressive as well. And I really think it has to do with the babies. And for him, the one that she has, it could have been, a change in scenery that caused it as well, because they've never been mean. I mean, obviously, they would fight the dog. Most of the time, I really think they were playing with the dog, to be honest. I really do. And I think my dog, Tank, I think he thinks he's a heart chicken. It's so funny. But anyway, she says, if you want him back, you can have him back. And I'm like, no. So I've thought about maybe finding someone who wants my black one, because if that thing got my grandbaby, I would not be, yeah, that thing would not go to the train station if it did that. Hi, Miss Deb. Hello, Miss Sheila. How are you, sweet Sheila? Oh, allergies have been horrible this year. I've never really had bad allergies, but my poor husband, he does, like, all the time. Poor guy. Especially like hayfields, and the job they're at right now, they're in Oklahoma right now, and they are heading the hayfields there. And the other morning when he FaceTimed me, he wasn't so bad this morning, but the other morning when he FaceTimed me, like, his face was all swollen. It was so bad. I felt so bad for him. But the wind can blow wrong, and he's sneezing and coughing and stink. That was wrong, buddy. I know he's in here because I can smell him. That was just that dang dog. Okay. I love baby wipes, but man, I hate it when they leave those little lint pieces on. Ah, okay. So this is what we've got so far. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's start putting this together so we can get the decor. And I've already got my little candle cup right here. I've already got it stained. Oh, I probably, no, I've already got it painted. I painted it. So let's get this puppy on here. Just gonna put a little bit of glue. And then we're going to nail it on, but I need to for sure put back in these shorter nails. These ones will be way too long. Thank you, Miss Camille. Hey, Miss Jamie with Row 12 Creations. Y'all, these things are so easy to do. Like, once I figured out how big I was gonna make it, so simple. Did that star need that many little nails? No, absolutely not. And it's not, perfectly straight, but I wanted it that way because I want this to look very handmade. Like, you know, grandma told Papa, this is what I want, and he made it. All right. I think I am going to be able to. I washed my brushes today. Okay. I know it is here. My candle. Y'all see it? No, I just went and got it. Oh, it's right there. So this is the candle I'm going to use. And we're not done. We're not even close to done. And I need to hurry. I just wanted to look at it to see where I wanted it to sit. Hold on, give me just a second. Okay, I think about there. And this candle might be just a little bit too tall, but that's okay. It's okay. All right, let's see if I can get lucky with this one. Did I? I did. Dang. Look at me go. So this candle may be just a little bit too tall. I don't know. But that's why I don't want my star perfectly. I do have these ones I could grunge up. Oh, the shorter one's better, huh? So I'll have to grunge this up before I take a picture. 'Cause I don't think I have one grunged. We're not going to have time to grunge that, but I will definitely do that before I take my picture. So then I have some of these little pip berries with the rusty stars. That one's not a very good one. Here's a good one. I've used these for so many dang things, and I can't tell you where they're from because I don't know. My sweet mother-in-law gave them to me. She used them when she got married a long time ago. Like, I think it's been like 10 years or so. I don't know. Anyway, she had these for her wedding, but I did get some similar in Canton that I sold in the last market that I did. I am not doing the next market coming up, but I'll probably do the one after. We'll see. Okay, so I was thinking that it might look cute to wrap a couple of these just around the bottom, and I'm leaving, I want the rusty stars and everything. Should we wrap them around the candlestick, have them kind of like a little nest on the bottom? So there's one option, the bottom, the candlestick. Or we could put like a bunch of them there with a little rag bow, you know, just a little bit of this. I do live near Canton. I'm only about 45 minutes. Yep. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Wrapped on the bottom. That's where my brain was going. All right. We have 4 minutes, and I didn't plug my glue tool in because I didn't think I was gonna need it, but I do. But I'm gonna set them here and I will glue them down. So besides, we're almost done, y'all. Almost done. I'm just gonna have to glue these on and then I'm gonna wax and we will be done. Come on, little buddies. Gonna spend more time unwrapping these. And I just want them to be kind of very messily. I just made that up. Messily. That's not really a word. I want them very messy around here. I don't want them to look like it was intentional. Anyway, next time I go to Canton, I'll see if I can't get some pit berries. They were very similar to these, not exact, but very, very similar. I'll see if I can't get some more. But these ones that I have from my mother-in-law, I won't sell them because I won't because they're from her and I use them all the time. Okay, y'all. You think we need a little bow around the candle cup? I'm gonna put this one in here for now but I'm gonna use this shorter one. I just need to grunge it up. Messily is a word. You liked it wrapped? Okay. So we've got 1 minute. I do think that y'all are absolutely stinking amazing. And I appreciate each and every one of you for coming to hang out with me tonight. I know I wasn't supposed to be on, but an opening came up and I snatched it just so I could come hang out with y'all because the hubby does come home next week. But I will be seeing y'all for my regular. I'm not sure if I'm on Tuesday or Wednesday next week, but I will be back. And I think I'm going to do just a little bow right there. It's going to look better than that. But besides just some more distressing and some wax and fixing that bow, we're done. We finished it. And This is the candle, but it's going to be grunged up. And I will take a picture and I will post it. But thank y'all so much for coming to hang out with me. You don't think it needs the bow, Kimmery? Okay, we won't put a bow. All right, y'all, go. The next creator should be on. Thank you so much for hanging out. Have a great weekend. Be safe. And I will see y'all next week. Bye, guys.